Okay, so what we got here is a kind of a quick gaming pickups video. We recently saw on our local Facebook yard sale site somebody was selling some Atari stuff for 20 bucks. All that we're going to show you we got for $20. It's pretty amazing. So first we have a wood grain Atari 2600, not the 6 switcher, but it is a wood grain one. So it's kind of neat. The guy who sold this to us, he bought these consoles to mod and make it to AV jack. He actually already bored out the AV jack slot, but he didn't finish the mod, and so we're gonna try to finish those mods ourselves. But we already have one on our Atari, so but it's neat to have another console. But you know what? He actually had two consoles. This is the Vader, black one. So two consoles so far. Both of them, as far as we know, kind of work. Alright, so next we've got some controllers. We've got one regular Atari controller, two regular Atari controllers. Then we have the Slick Stick version. I'm not real sure that. I don't know if any of these off-brand ones are much of anything, but there's a Starfighter one. We've got two gym sticks. They are basically almost the exact same as these ones. As far as these generic ones or off-brand ones, these are, I think, as good as the originals.
I want to point out the gym stick button feels a little better
Than the Atari button.
than the original Atari button, but the joystick is a little stiffer.
Yeah, so it's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. The Starfighter, I like the best because it's a little bit of a smaller box here. I like the button press. The joystick feels nice, but this is just a little bit more comfortable to hold. The Slick Stick, I think, is pretty interesting. The button feels a little weird, but the joystick on the Slick Stick controller, you can almost hear it kind of clicking, almost like a joystick on an arcade cabinet. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And last but not least, paddle controller. Only one pair though. I wish there was two pairs because, obviously these are, a little more expensive. I like it. They work pretty well, I think. Alright, so next we have some games also came. Well, actually, before the games, I will point out we do have some power supplies. And our, one is an official Atari power supply. Nice and heavy, not a generic one. And he also made a couple of power supplies. The guy does like computer repairs, so he knows this kind of stuff. So he made a couple power supplies. He's got this jack here. So he made a couple power supplies. I haven't tested these. I assume they work, but I don't know for sure. We already have a couple power supplies already for our Atari, so it wasn't necessary for us to test. And a couple RCA cables.
You always need more cables, because
Yeah, you never know.
you never know if you need to tangle something up some more.
Yeah. So, for games that came with this, I want to get rid of these here. Get some room going on here. Ah. Yeah. Okay, so, in terms of games, we've got Outlaw, which we just got done playing all these games. They all work after some cleaning, some needed some cleaning. Outlaw was a lot of fun. It was the first one we played, and it was probably the oldest one of the group. And it showed its age compared to the others, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Kind of like a standoff game where you both play. Ice hockey, I did not care for it.
I liked it.
Well, it was 6-0, so maybe he liked it because he beat me badly. We have two copies of Combat. These are the ones without the label art. We already have Combat with the artwork. I don't know which one is older or which one is more sought after. I don't know any of that stuff. But 2 more copies of Combat. Obviously, these are not rare games in the least as far as Combat is concerned. Everybody has Combat, but they are great games regardless. Breakout. You know, it's a fun game.
That's what we can use our paddle controllers with.
Yep. We have 2 copies of Pac-Man. I almost said Mega Man.
I wish it was Mega Man.
Mega Man and the Atari would be interesting. I'm sure there's a homebrew somewhere. And also to go with that, we have Miss Pac-Man.
This is a far better game than regular Pac-Man.
Objectively better.
Especially on the Atari 2600.
This game I did not know was on the Atari 2600. Zaxxon.
Zaxxon is an isometric scrolling spaceship shooter on every other platform, but on the Atari, isometric games don't work out very well. So they did it a little bit differently. They still have the ability to move your spaceship up and down, but it's kind of hard to tell. There's a shadow, and you're actually just flying straight away from the screen. So, but it's still fun.
Yeah. Next, we have E.T. We actually have another E.T. cartridge besides this one. E.T. is one of those games that some people hate a lot, and I don't think it's as bad as everyone says. So, take that as you will. Atlantis. This game is intense. Actually, the next couple games I'm going to show you are all pretty intense.
These iMagic games here are really good. Atlantis, the best way to describe it is that it's like a cross between Space Invaders, Air and Sea Combat, and Missile Command.
Yeah. Very rough game. Demon Attack. Another iMagic game.
And these games were released a little bit later, right? But
yeah, I believe so. They were all, I think, later in the life. I think it's like 82, 83, something like that.
Demon Attack was a really good game. Another, like, Space Invaders or Galaxian style game. But the only way to describe it is it's just a little bit more intense.
Yeah. Cosmic Arc. This game is a panic attack in the cartridge.
I think you're invading aliens, you're evil invading aliens, taking people hostage, or just sucking them up into your spaceship and then flying off. But every few seconds you're under attack by like defense forces and maybe like asteroids, and I don't know. There's a quick reaction system that they have that you just gotta. It's like a gut instinct. You just know how to play the game as soon as you turn it on.
Frogger. It's Frogger.
Frogger is fun.
Yeah, I don't think anyone needs to explain Frogger. It's kind of like Pac-Man. You don't explain Frogger.
I wish I had. I wish we had the Starpath Supercharger version of Frogger.
Yeah. This is a little bit different cartridge. It is Lock and Chase. It's a Pac-Man clone.
It's basically a Pac-Man clone, except that you don't get power pellets, and you don't get special fruit, or there's really nothing going for it other than there's very little flickering.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It strangely has no flickering, despite the fact there's like several. We figure they're prison guards. We're not real sure.
Yeah, we're not sure what's going on. I think they're prison guards, and you're trying to escape or something.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but that's as far as we can tell. But there's like 5 things on screen that don't flicker. It's really weird that it happens like that. Last but not least is one that didn't have a label, and actually we were told was Lock and Chase, another copy of Lock and Chase, because he didn't know. It is actually Burger Time. So that was a happy surprise, because I was thinking, we tried it last, I put it in, I figured it was going to be Lock and Chase. I didn't like Lock and Chase that much, and then we put it in, it's Burger Time. I thought, oh wow, that's cool, we got another game. Like I said, we already had Combat. We already had a Pac-Man, and we already had an E.T. So, but everything else we didn't have. So it was okay to have some extras.
Yeah, they're a great bunch of games here. I wish we could show you that this is Burger Time, but we have no way of recording
Right now, we don't
Atari.
know. Yeah.
So, but that's what it is.
Yeah, you gotta take our word for it. It's Burger Time. I don't think anyone in their right mind would say that it wasn't.
It's not.
This is air raid.
I guess air raid. It's whatever you want it to be.
But yeah, honestly, just the games alone, $20 would have been a good deal. Especially these iMagic games. These are actually, not super expensive, but they're like $4 or $5 a piece, and
they're worth it. They're super fun.
Same thing with Zaxxon and Outlaw, I believe, as well. If I didn't have ET, I would be super stoked to have it. But I have it anyway, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, yeah, the games alone, $20 would be a good deal. How many are here? There are
16.
16 games. That's a good deal. Then we have all those controllers.
Yeah, I mean, they were like...
These controllers are amazing. Like, this one, I didn't play the Starfighter. I didn't even touch it till just now, but yeah, that's really stiff.
Well, how many was that? Like, close to 6 controllers?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 controllers, and then there's the paddle, I think.
6 controllers, a paddle, 2 Atari consoles, and 16 games for $20.
Yeah, that's a good deal no matter who you talk to. So that was pretty. We wanted to do that video after we got this deal, and it's a good reason to keep checking your local Facebook garage sale sites. There is one in your town. Make sure you check it.
Yeah, and I would also want to ask you what your favorite Atari games are, and if you have any interesting Atari controllers. I'd like to know about them because we have some pretty cool ones here. And
yeah, I want to look up these, like the Starfighter and the Slick Stick after a while and see if there's any like reviews on them and what people think.
And definitely play these iMagic games.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.